All right, race fans, for the third time this season, Bryson James scores a victory here at Cottage Speedway. Bryson, congratulations on your win. A phenomenal drive out there. One of the things I got to say that was exceptional was you would run the top side of the racetrack, bottom side of the racetrack, middle of the racetrack, and the car was fast no matter wherever you went, when it seemed like the track was going away in some parts.
Yeah, I was really good through 1 and 2, it felt like, on the very top. And then in 3 and 4, it was just kind of hairy to go all the way around, so I just started cheating it. And then it kind of stuck through the center one time. Oh, hell, I don't even need to do that anymore. So I just started rolling kind of the high side of the middle over in 3 and 4. And 1 and 2, I could kind of just do whatever I needed to do.
And those cautions really, you know, they can hurt people, they can help people. They really helped you. They fell right in the right spots. When some of the leaders would start to build a good lead and might have been flirting with some traffic, it kept everybody kind of packed and close together.
Yeah, at the beginning, I was really liking it because I moved backwards really fast. And I don't know. I don't know what happened, but yeah, once I got to the bottom, I could roll through the bottom, and then after that, I just kind of went where they weren't, and it just kind of worked.
Getting the win before Speed Week, that's a big deal for you guys. Some momentum to take into Wairika next Friday, and of course, at this place on Monday and Tuesday.
Yeah, we definitely got a shot here, that's for sure, after tonight, I think, but hopefully we can put together a good show in Wairika and Medford, and we don't go there very often, so we'll see.
And folks you want to thank, sponsors you want to appreciate?
Thompson family for helping me out tonight while my family's on vacation, and they're all watching back home, or back in Bend. So James Gang Pizza, Crocker's Cars, Brian's been a big help this year. Fun racing with him, working with him. Not Home Market, and JK Pickle Trucking.
Well, congratulations, my friend, and we'll see you Friday in Wairika.
That's for sure.
All right, Bryson James out of Albany. He's going to get the job done for the Mohawk Medal IMCA Modifieds. Third time he has won in 2018 in this division. All right, moving on to your Super Sport feature winner, Randy Barley out of Albany. Randy, congratulations on the win. What a thriller of a Super Sport main event. Had the field covered, got past for the lead, stuck with the leader, and right place, right time. You know, you had guys banging on your doors a lot there, and, you know, able to pick up the victory. It's got to feel so good.
Oh, it does. It's like I feel so bad for Brian Smith. Once he finally got around me, he had everything checked out. And I was starting to come up with a little issue. I don't know what's going on, but I was getting a vibration in the car. I'm hoping it's a driveline or something. I don't know what's going on. And that was about the time he got around me, and I was trying to be easy, trying to be patient, trying to just run smooth laps and not push it real hard. And then we kept getting those cautions at the end there, which was making me nervous.
I know, I saw you under the red waving at your crew as if something, and I'm like, oh my gosh, not only did we lose the leader in the wreck, but we might have lost the inherited leader here.
Yeah, it's, I don't know what it is. It kept getting worse and worse, and the last couple of laps is about the worst it's been. And I don't know what it is or how many more laps I could have held on, but I was just praying that everything was going to go right and just trying to be smooth around this place. I love racing here, and I think what's helped me a lot tonight was the late model running. All those late model laps here just helped me a lot, I think, in this car, trying to adjust how to drive it on the bottom.
And picking up the victory here, this gets you guys with a little bit of a high tide rolling into Willamette in the next few weeks and a chance to maybe knock a couple other wins off.
Yeah, it's like I was trying, coming down here separate, I was trying a completely different setup stuff, and I like the way some of this worked. So I'm glad it went that way.
Any sponsors you want to thank real quick?
I want to thank Dennis Automotive, Showtime Graphics. He does my T-shirts. He does all the vinyl on the car. Does an awesome job. Marston's Trucking, and then my mom and dad. They do an awesome job helping me out. So.
Well, congratulations, my friend.
Thank you.
Randy Barley out of Albany. He's your Super Sport feature winner in the 13B entry. We'll next move to the late model feature winner, Kai Frick out of Sweet Home. Kai getting the job done tonight, and want to talk about a wild and crazy late model main event. You guys seesaw battle, first of all, between Mike George and Chuck Christian up front. You had a front row seat for that. Played your cards right, found a place on the racetrack that you were comfortable with, or at least had some faith that you could go forward. You went forward, but then, boy, just when it seemed like you were checked out, guys would come back, and then you check out again, then guys would come back. A dramatic late model main event nonetheless.
Yeah, it was really fun. I want to thank, first off, all the fans for coming out, and the track officials and crew and everybody, Chris, everyone that preps the track. Super racy, super fun. But then, yeah, the race, I messed up going into the first couple laps, and I didn't choose the right line, and I realized, well, this isn't going to work. So I had to go, and get my spots back on the high side, and then I realized I couldn't drive through the 442 Chuck, and so I had to make the bottom work, and it was a lot of patience and learning when I was down there. So it was fun. It was a great race, and I love racing these guys, and they race clean and have a great time. And
the cautions, there was quite a few of them. I'm sure at some points you were thankful for them, and some points you were, man, I didn't want this to happen.
Yeah, you never know with the caution. You never really know how far someone is behind you, or your gap. So it can get you or not. But as long as you run your race and try not to mess up at all or very little, you should work out for you.
And sponsors you want to thank, people you want to thank real fast before we let you go?
Yeah, No Drought Potable Water Services. Tank fills, pool fills, all your potable water needs, and Oregon Fuel Injection in Eugene. They're great people. They help us out a lot, and all the turbos, fuel injectors, everything, pumps, repair. So all your diesel needs, great people.
Well, congratulations, my friend, and hopefully see you next time in Victory Lane.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks, and I also want to thank my crew too. Can't forget those guys. I couldn't do it without them. They helped me a ton, so appreciate it.
Well, good job, my friend. Have a safe trip back to Sweet Home, and we'll see you next time.
Will do. Thanks, guys.
Kai Frick out of Sweet Home in the 08, getting the job done in the late model ranks. Well, 3 in a row, hat trick for Mr. Greg Osborne out of Cresswell in the Quality RV Repair Hornets. And Greg, if history is correct to me, first race, it was a shootout between you and Josh Corley, came down the last lap for the first win. Second win, it was one of those deals where right place, right time. Tonight, though, utter dominance really all night long. You guys have seemed to found something, and just this thing was like a jungle cat, just quick around this place.
Oh, I didn't get stuck behind any cars. We freight trained around the outside on the initial start and stayed pretty clean. If I can keep my momentum up, the car does pretty well.
Yeah, and once you took off, I mean, you were just sailing. And even when the cautions would happen, it would bunch everybody up, and then you just went straight back to work and was able to get ahead by half a lap or so.
Yeah, not having cars out in front of me again. Josh, I think restarted fourth after that red, and I think that let me get a little gap on him. Other than that, I would assume our lap times were pretty close.
And you got to feel incredible just going into the season with just a little bit of experience and, first couple races, ran okay, and then just all of a sudden, win. I mean, that's amazing for any driver.
Yeah, other guys have had misfortune that have let me get where I'm at, and we've figured some stuff out with the car and actually got it to get around the corner for once, so that's helped a lot.
Any sponsors, any people you want to thank real fast?
I just want to thank my dad and my grandpa for coming out today, and my dad does pretty much all the mechanical work on the car during the week while I'm out of town working, so I'd like to thank them.
Well, good job, my friend. We'll see you for the next Hornet race.
Thank you.
Greg Osborne out of Cresswell. He gets the job done for the third straight race in a row. One more driver to interview after we take the winning photos. All right, last but not least, the Wingless Sprint Series. Victor, Kyle Miller. Kyle, my friend, first of all, so glad you could join us so lately. But putting on a show, an exciting finish there. My goodness, what an incredible race. And brought everybody in the stands on their feet. Got to feel real proud of the job well done and your first win of the season.
Yeah, honestly, the best part of that, or the best feeling of that race was coming around after we won it, and to see all the crowd on their feet. I mean, that's what these are about. You want to make sure it's exciting for the fans, and anytime you see them up on their feet, cheering and clapping, I mean, that's what this is all about. That's what we're here for. So.
First part of that race, obviously having to start 18th, 19th place, wherever you guys ended up taking the green flag. Knowing ahead of time, have a lot of work to do. 30 laps, that's a lot of time to do some work, and you didn't waste any time. Really in that first half of the race, you got a lot of the meat of the work out of the way already, in the top 10 or so with about halfway down.
Yeah, I mean, we picked through the cars pretty quick there at the start. And, I mean, obviously, once you start getting towards the front, the guys are a little bit quicker. I mean, it takes a little bit, you have to be a little bit more methodical to get by them. There was a couple times where I just was searching around trying to find something, just maybe not so much to pass him in a different groove, but to get enough of a run to where I could actually get up beside him and maybe, slide him going in the corner, because that was pretty much the only way you could get by people on this track. I mean, the way it was, just as fast as it was around the top. But, it feels good to catch a break, with the yellows after, the yellow kind of costing us the race at the first night of the Marvin last month. But, if that yellow wouldn't have came out with Rob breaking over there in 1 and 2, we probably wouldn't have we wouldn't be sitting here talking to you right now. But, that's the way they fall sometimes, and fortunately it fell in our favor tonight. And like I said, it's a win's a win. We'll take them any way we can get them. Ricky drove his butt off, though.
I was going to say an incredible job for, like you said, you were searching around. It seemed like you had to kind of go kamikaze into turn 1 if you wanted to make it happen, but you had to kind of get the run on the bottom coming off of turn 4, and you had to start that going in 3, and it was like a real methodical process that went in it. And if you didn't have them, if you weren't right on their rear bumper going into 1 and 2, it's going to be really hard to set them up for the next lap.
Yeah, and see, the way this track is, the D shape on it, it makes it really hard to pass going into 3 because you have all that momentum going around the top of 3. So it's hard, especially without the wing. You don't have that downforce to keep your car planted on the track and drive across and get that momentum. So it's a little bit of a tighter corner going in here to 1. So, I mean, if you get a run on a guy, they're going to have to slow up a little bit more, and you can get that run to slide him. But, it was just... I laid back on Ricky the lap before the white flag, and I tried to get a run out of 4, and I kind of clipped him out of the corner a little bit. We made a little bit of contact, and it got him out of shape, but we both kind of had to enter low into 1 because we were both out of shape. But as soon as he entered low, I knew if I could get back up to the top and hit the cushion first, that I could hopefully get a run down the backstretch, and we were able to get up next to him, and I sent it going into 3, just drove her in wide open, and I was praying it was going to stick. And fortunately, we got up into the moisture, and it rolled up the right rear, and it went forward instead of jumping off the track. So we did it. Didn't know if I was going to get that with about 3 to go, especially with about 7 to go, but we made it. So.
And plans for you guys? I know that you kind of run sort of a limited schedule. Are you guys going to head up to Willamette, or what's the next few weeks looking like for you guys?
Yeah, unfortunately with work, I don't think we're going to make to Willamette next week. We're really busy with that. I think our next planned race is the Fred Brownfield Memorial. We're going to run that in a couple weeks at Elma, and then kind of after that, we're just week to week. So we'll see what the work schedule allows.
And folks you want to thank, sponsors you want to thank?
Well, I got to thank Steve Adelman over there, that guy, because I was not racing as of about 10 a.m. this morning, and he told me he'd get the car ready and we'd go racing as soon as I got off work. So like I said, he's the one who made me come race tonight, and glad we did.
Well, congratulations, Kyle. Anyone else?
Yeah, her too.
The car owner?
Yeah, the car owner, Miss Katie over there.
All right. Well, congratulations, Kyle. Hopefully see you in a couple weeks, at least for Speed Week, and have a safe trip back home. And well done.
Thank you, Ben.
Kyle Miller, race fans out of Eugene, your Wingless Sprint Series winner and newest winner with the WSS. Well, race fans, that's going to do